Hi everyone, welcome to this video of frequently asked questions on Mindvalley's Becoming Limitless program. So firstly, I'm the author of that program and I'm so delighted you're here watching that video because this means you're considering enrolling in Becoming Limitless. So my job here is to answer your questions to the best of my ability so I can give you all the information you need to decide if Becoming Limitless is for you. Now, the first question we have is, how do I know what stage of consciousness I'm in? So firstly, the important thing to understand is that this is a spectrum, right? So you could be at a stage, you could be in between a stage, but ultimately you know. So for example, are you at stage 2 or are you at stage 3? Well, the difference between 2 and 3 is that when you're at stage 3, inspiration is guiding your intention. Sometimes when you try to do an exercise with the 3 most important questions, you get stuck. You actually get stuck when you're at stage 3 on the 3 most important questions because you find that you don't really desire that much anymore. Rather, you feel your way into the world. You know, a lot of people I know at stage 3, they don't use the 3 most important questions anymore. It's an interesting phenomenon. Now, when you get to stage 4, you feel so confident, so unfuckwithable with your presence in the world that you know that you are a unique person here to give your unique gifts. And the idea of touching millions of lives just seems natural to you. You just know you're going to succeed at what it is that you're doing. And it doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from a deep love of contributing to humanity. So if you listen to the Masterclass, you'll immediately understand what stage you're in, or if you've read my book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, you'll get it. But don't worry about nailing it perfectly. Try to understand where in the spectrum you are and know that you could be at a stage or you could be in between stages. Question number 2 is, I read The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. How is Becoming Limitless different? Well, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind is a book, right? And as a book, it is highly transformative, but Becoming Limitless actually goes deep in training you in protocols that I discovered long after I wrote the book. Now, the book was published in 2016, but the book was written in 2015. You typically write a book well in advance. What you're going to learn in Becoming Limitless are protocols that I learned, that I studied long after the book. And reading a book is one way of learning, but this one goes so much deeper because you're being guided through an experience, an actual experience with the process of merging of the delta doorway and so on. Now, question number 3 is, will I be able to manage this program with a busy routine? Hell yes. In fact, if you consider yourself busy, you need this program because this program allows you to do so much more in less time. And look, it's about an hour a week if you space this out over 8 weeks. But as you do this program, I can tell you, you're going to start eating healthier, you're going to start a meditation practice, you're going to want to go to the gym, you're going to want to start investing more in your personal growth. But as you do that, you're not going to be extracting time. You're actually going to find that the work you need to do almost becomes compressed, like you get more work done in less time. So this program actually buys you time. Next is, what's the difference between creative visualization, meditation, and Becoming Limitless? Okay, meditation is the process of relaxation or mindfulness as you access an altered state. Creative visualization is visualizing the goals that you want to attain in life. Now, Becoming Limitless is the process of going through the 4 states of being to get to a state where you are truly limitless. You do not need to meditate because you perpetually can influence your alpha levels. You do not need to practice creative visualization because just thought can cause a cascading series of events to move you towards your goals. It is living and breathing in that state all the time. Now, this question I love. I am quite advanced in my personal growth journey, so I've heard these concepts before. How can this particular course help me? So, Becoming Limitless is so ahead in terms of the level of techniques we teach. I bet you have not heard this stuff. But if you have, get a full refund. Becoming Limitless, I've trained this to thousands of people. The inevitable thing is, oh my God, how did you discover this? Because it is unique. It's so original. And I haven't published this in a book yet. It hasn't been published. The merging technique, the delta doorway, these techniques, I have been training people in live classes. Hasn't been written about, hasn't been published, so I know these are going to be new to you, and these techniques are also powerful. If they were not that powerful, I would not be using them in my life almost every single day. Next question, what if you really don't have any vision for the future? Now, that's not a bad thing. As you go through Becoming Limitless, you'll see that it is a myth that you need a vision for your future. It depends on what level you're in. So you'll gain a whole different level of sophistication of understanding these spectrums of human consciousness. But if you do not have a vision for the future, what Becoming Limitless does is it shows you how to set that vision right. And that means it's not coming from your conscious self. It is not from listening to the noise of the culturescape around you. It's by tapping in, it's by going within, it's by channeling intuition and understanding your soul's reason for why you're here. It's a beautiful process. I can't wait for you to experience it. And the final question, I believe it is too late for me to change. How can this program help me with that? It is never too late to change. And I believe this program is designed in such a way where if you've been stuck for a while, it really helps you get unstuck by showing you a whole new understanding of who you are and that you are not just a physical being. There's so much more to you, and then giving you concrete tools to generate that change. So thank you guys. I hope these answered all of your questions. I can't wait to see you on Becoming Limitless.